All right, so good morning, everyone. We are welcome to today's session. Right, so um, it's been a lot actually, right? Considering if we are looking at it from the angle of some of us that are new to tech and most especially web design, um, but we want to believe, with every passing day or every passing week, we are making some level of progress, however little it is, right? So today is one of those Saturdays where we'll see something not entirely new, but in the context of, introducing us to, different things, it might be some aspect of today's session might be new to some. Yeah, so before I continue, we can still all hear me, right? Can we all
Yes,
still
sir.
hear
Can
me?
hear you.
All right. So
Can hear you.
since for now this is like a relatively small class, so it's a small number for now. So if at any point you stop seeing my screen, right, please, you can just unmute and let me know, right? So because so many things could happen that could make it, so it could be network, it could be maybe like a laptop glitch or something. But if you notice at some point that maybe you stop seeing my screen or you stopped hearing me, or maybe I suddenly just leave the session, just remain on the session, please. I'll try as much as possible to get back in and fix whatever the issue was, right? So I'm saying that to say, we are all the moderators for today. Yeah, for those persons that are online right now, the number is increasing. I want to believe, you know, it's going to increase some more also before we get to the technical part, right? So yeah. So as we let me see. Yeah, so we cannot see my screen, right? I'm currently inside the WP admin of
Good
my
morning.
site. Yeah, good morning, welcome.
Thank you. Please, sir, don't forget to record.
Okay, yeah, I'm recording. Now we can see that I'm recording. Before something will not happen at my village, people will just pause the recording. Yeah, so this is recording as it is. Yeah, but since you're seeing my screen, if at any point you stop seeing the red here, it means the recording has stopped. But it has never stopped before, right? So be rest assured, the session is being recorded and it will be posted after the session in the group. Yeah, so we cannot see my screen, right? I'm currently inside the WP area of my website. Are we all seeing the same thing? Are we all seeing the same thing?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, so today's session is going to be about e-commerce or WooCommerce, right? For some of us, we might not be familiar with the
I'm not
concept.
seeing my own. I'm not seeing your screen.
Is that
Yes.
the same for everybody?
I can see your screen now.
Yeah, so
I'm seeing.
for those persons that are not seeing my screen, please, you can just maybe exit and come back into the section again. It could probably be maybe a glitch on your part. So just quickly do that before we get to technical. Um, yeah, but for the other persons, we can see my screen, right? For the other persons, we can see my screen before I continue.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so as I was saying, today's session is going to be about e-commerce and WooCommerce. Let me see if I can bring up my notepad. Yeah, so today's session is going to be about this. Let me zoom. E-commerce and WooCommerce. Yeah, WooCommerce. Yeah, so that is what we are going to do today, right? For most of us, I think for everybody, right, we must have seen something like this before, but we know it by another name. Online store, all those like them AliExpress, them Jumia, they are all called e-commerce store. Yeah, so that is what we are going to be doing today. Yeah, so just for context, right? So e-commerce is just like the art of buying and selling of goods and services over the internet. That is basically what e-commerce is. Yeah, the art of buying and selling on the internet, right? Then WooCommerce is like a plugin in WordPress that can add that online store functionality. So that's the difference. E-commerce is a website that enables buying and selling online. WooCommerce is a plugin that can add any web or that can turn any website to an e-commerce. So for the last couple of weeks, we've been working on the regular business website, the Real Biz team, right? That is a normal business website. It doesn't have buying and selling, right? So that is a normal business website, right? So for you to turn that website to an e-commerce website to enable buying and selling, you have to install a plugin called WooCommerce. So it is this WooCommerce that will now convert that your website to an e-commerce. Yeah, so that's basically what it means. So for today now, we are going to be building, or should I say design, an e-commerce store, sort of like your Jumia, your whatnot, right? Now people can see a product, they can click, check the description, the pricing, then click, pay, then the product can be delivered. Yeah, so that's basically what we are going to be doing today. Um, as we said in the bootcamp also that subsequently we are going to be doing a whole lot of research. We design, we reset, design, reset. So the reason for our meetups, scheduled or fixed for Saturdays, for us to, during the week, practice. You have like 5 days to practice during the week. Then on Saturday we reset. Then we'll do something new. Then you have 5 days, then to practice, then we reset again. So doing that, it makes you get familiar with the entire process, right? So for today, sorry, everything you've done so far, we are going to be resetting it, right? And I want to believe Mr. Paul has shown us the how to back up your site. So if you are one of those persons that you've done a lot and you don't want to lose everything, you could just maybe back up before you reset. But for me, I don't want to back up. I'm just going to go ahead and reset. I will stay together, please.
Yes, we are. Yes, sir.
All
I
right,
am.
so just go to your domain name. Yeah, so mine is ptech.com.ng, then /WP admin. Yeah, so just go to your admin area. Remember, anytime you want to do some settings, some functionality on your website, usually do that in the WP admin area. So to reset, we are using a plugin called WP Reset. So just go ahead and click on plugins, then scroll down to where you have the WP Reset. But if you don't have WP Reset installed, just click on add plugin, then you search WP Reset here. Just search WP Reset, right? Then it's going to filter out. So this is the one. But if you have it installed, just go to plugins, then scroll down to where the WP Reset is, then you click on open WP Reset tools. We should be familiar with this already. So this is just for the purpose of those persons that they are still struggling to reset. So just scroll past all these ones that have pro is for like premium, that we are not paying anything. So this one, as a site reset without the pro, just go ahead and type in reset here, then click on reset. So it's asking you if you're sure. I'm sure, so you click on the red button. So depending on how fast your network is, the reset process shouldn't take longer than a few seconds. Yeah, you can see that some of all these stuff you have here, they would have, this entire area would have been cleaned up, right? So one other thing that I often do, even though you've reset, which in essence is you are clearing everything on your site, but it doesn't really clear everything like that. It claims some, so it leaves some on the site still. What I mean is, if I go back to, let me go to my website, then I'll show us. You can see, right? So it has, cleared up everything, but not everything really, because it has returned our site to how it was before. But what it did was, let me click plugins. It just deactivates every plugin that you have in there. Then it deactivates everything you have on your website. So it did not delete them. So what I often do is I just click everything. I tick this button here. Then I want to delete everything minus the WP reset. So I'll go on the WP reset. Then I'll tick the WP reset one. Then what I want to do is I want to bulk delete everything. So I make sure delete is set. Then I click on apply. So even though the WP reset, it deactivated everything, but I want to still delete everything. The reason for that is I want to be installing a new theme right now. So I don't want plugins that the theme doesn't want, or the plugin that is not required by that theme, because you are working with a storage here, right? So what you don't need, you don't keep. That's basically what it means. So sometimes once you delete, especially this bulk delete, you notice some stuff should not delete, right? So what it means in essence is there are some plugins that is controlling some other plugins. For instance, see this who payments, it is being controlled by this WooCommerce. So what I'm going to do is, since bulk delete did not work, I'm just going to go ahead and start deleting them one after the other. It shouldn't take long. I'll just quickly delete all. This one is now active, so I'll delete, then I'll delete, then I'll click plugins again. So this one is still there. I'll delete. Oh, this one is deleting. I think it's taking a while to delete. Are we still together, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll click plugins again. Sometimes WordPress just misbehaves. For instance, like this one is refusing to delete. And the reason why it is refusing to delete is because WooCommerce was the plugin that brought about this one. So it is trying to tell me that this one needs this one to work, but I don't want it to work. I just want to delete. So what I do most often times is I'll just activate this. Even though WP reset should do that, I want to believe it will do that for some of you. So this is now on the, you can see the URL. After the WP admin, it's saying admin.php, WooCommerce setup and all. So I'll just remove everything. So basically I want to go back to WP admin. I don't want to set up this. We are going to do this later on. So I'm going to go back to the plugins. Yeah, so I want to delete this one now. So hopefully this one will go now. Yeah, you can see it is gone. So I'll click on deactivate now. Then I can now click delete. So it's just sometimes you click delete, everything deletes once, but if it doesn't, you can just do this check that I just did, right? Sometimes it can be troublesome. So I've deleted everything in the plugins area, so I can go back to the appearance area too, because I want to delete all the themes. So in your own case, all those your Riobis, your all those other themes, right? Please just hover on any of those themes. Leave one of those themes, please. Leave the default one, like all this 2025. So make sure that one is set as the default. So every other theme you have there, please, very important, click theme details, then delete. Just do that for every other plugins you have there until you have just one of these plugins. Even though you can delete that one, but I often prefer to have one default theme. The reason is because for every theme I install, if anything happens, like maybe one of them gets corrupted, WordPress will revert back to a default theme. So I often prefer to have a default theme set, so WordPress can always revert back to that. So we've done the cleanup, we've deleted everything in the plugins, then also the appearance, right? So our website is now clean as we want it, right? So what I'm going to do right now is mm, I'm seeing something that shouldn't be there. See, cart checkout, my account. Let me go back and do WP reset. It was because of the WooCommerce that I activated. Let me go back and I'll type reset because everything should be plain as it was when we installed WordPress. So I'll go back there now, then I'll refresh. You can see, so those cards and all those stuffs, they are gone now. The reason why I want everything to be gone is it's just like you have a flat. Are we still together, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right, thank you. So it's just like you have a
yes, sir.
flat, like for a house. Now you want to build a duplex. So are you going to be building the duplex on top of the flat, or you are going to, you know, remove everything, then start again from scratch? That's basically how it's done, so as not to have like a weak house, right? You don't just start breaking stuff from the top. What if the foundation is not built for what you want to build on it? Yeah, so that's why I'm having to, remove everything to the way it was before we can now install a new thing. Because if you don't do that, you notice sometimes overlap of some stuff. You might be seeing home, about, contact, then immediately after the last one you start seeing home, about, contact, and sometimes you might even get up to like 4 menus, right, if you don't reset before you install a new thing. All right, so that being said and done, now we can go back to the appearance area. Then we want to add a new theme, so I'll click on add theme. So as we've seen already, there are so many themes out there that you can use. There are some that are free, there are some that are premium that you need to pay for them. And for those persons that have explored this theme area, trust me, there are some very good themes here. The first website I built, I did not buy any premium theme. And the first website I built, as I told us in the bootcamp, it was actually an e-commerce store I built as my first website, right? I found the theme here. So trust me, there are so many themes you can use for free here. Just that some of them, they will lock the feature of that theme by, maybe they will give you access to it, maybe 70% access, then they will lock the remaining 30% that you need to pay before you gain access to the remaining one. But trust me, there are endless themes here, right? It's just for you to explore to see if it gives you close to what you want, right? But we are not going to be doing that today. The one we want is Astra. So now Astra is one of those powerful free themes, right? What Astra gives you is it gives you a theme which is called Astra. Then once you install that theme comes with several hundreds of templates. Template is different from a theme. Riobis is a theme, but immediately you install Riobis, remember you see like I don't know the number, but several other demo templates that, okay, do you want healthcare, do you want business, do you want law? Yeah, those are called templates, but the theme itself is Riobis. So this one is like that also. Astra is a theme, so the moment you install this theme, it gives you access to several other templates. Yeah, so this is the one we want, which is actually a very popular theme. So many persons use it, just that it's basic, it's not as fancy like that, but it works. So I'm just going to click on install. But if you're not seeing Astra here, when you get to this theme, it's just to go inside this area and search Astra here. But oftentimes you see Astra as one of the listed themes, but if you don't, just search Astra. So it might take a while to install, but mine is done. You can see it says installed, so activate is now showing here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on activate. Yeah, so you can see it says thank you for choosing Astra, your website ready in minutes, let's start. No complicated setup, no waiting, just a smooth. Before, I would say this is a lie before, because if you don't have a very strong network, it can crash. But recently, I just noticed they've worked on their own installation also. So it's now looking different from how it was, last year, right? So what they are saying now is just by clicking this, you can have access to several other themes like this. I mean, templates like this, right? So what I want to click now is to click on Start Building Now. So I'll go ahead and click Start Building Now. So once you click, don't click again. So just let it, let it load. Are we still together, please? We are not together anymore.
I'm here, sir.
Why, yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So once it is done, it automatically loads a new page, right? So it says, how would you like to build your website? AI website builder? No, we don't want that. Classic starter template, yeah, this is the one we want. So just go ahead and click build with templates. Yeah, so remember we have several page builders, right? Some are very popular, some are not so popular, but because one is popular doesn't mean it is the best one. For instance, Elementor is very, very popular. So don't just block your mind to other page builders, right? Block Editor is a builder, Elementor is a builder, there is Bakery also. There are so many page builders out there. There are some themes that you buy self, right, that comes with their own page builder, right? So but for now they are giving us option of these two. So what it means is Astra has the option of these two. Which one do you want? So we prefer Elementor, so I'm going to click on Elementor. So this page is, it's loading the templates under Astra. So I'm just going to click on this one that says maybe later. It still wants me to build with AI, so I don't want. I'll click maybe later. So these are the templates under Astra. You can see business, local business, personal care, professionals, personal sites, community, e-commerce, blog. So these are templates. Yeah, for instance, if I'm scrolling now, if you want this field or this field, these ones are free. This one is not free. You can see it has a tag premium. This one is free. This one is not free. This is free. Anyone that has a tag premium means it is not free. So it's just for you to scroll and see okay, which one you might like to install to start working on. If it is this one, you can see Astra has quite a lot of free beautiful themes also, right? See all these ones are free, these ones are not. Let me see. Yeah, you can see this one is beautiful and it is free also. Yeah, so you can just explore that. If you're building for a business, maybe like an agency or restaurant. Let me click on restaurant. Yeah, so these are the restaurant templates there. This one is not free, this one is beautiful and yet it is free. Yeah, you can see these three are free, so you can just explore those. But for today, remember we said we are working on e-commerce, so I'm just going to click on e-commerce here. So basically what these ones are, they are filters. So it just filters out of the several hundreds of templates here, instead of you scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So these are the e-commerce website, e-commerce templates here. So you can choose anyone, but just so we can have the same thing we are working on, let me look for one I have worked with before. Well, I've worked with quite a number of them. I've worked with this one, but I don't quite like this one. The filtered system of this one is a bit distorted. I've worked with this one too. Oh, I mistakenly clicked. Let me go back here. For the sake of our time, let me just scroll to the one we would use. Yeah, this is the one we are going to use. So once you click on e-commerce, just scroll down to this one, Jesus, cosmetic store. Yeah, so this is the one we are going to use, cosmetic store. Are we together, please?
How about you?
Yes, sir, we're together.
All right, thanks. So this is the one we are going to use. So once you're here, just click on the cosmetics store. So once you click, it gives you like a preview thing, just to be sure that this is what you want, right? You can see. So if you go with this is how your website is going to look, right? Which is a very beautiful online store. Don't worry about the text you're seeing here. Elementor will do that for us, right? But it's telling us this is how the website would look, which I'm okay with it. So on the left hand side, you see continue. Before you click continue, see it says choose e-commerce platform. Choose your preferred e-commerce platform. Shortcut is new. I've never used Shortcut before, even though it is recommending it, but I've used WooCommerce before. So let me just tick this, right? I don't want Shortcut. I'm ticking the WooCommerce one. Then click on continue. Then scroll down and click continue. Yeah. Oh, we might need to go back again. Yeah, because I'm expecting, you can see it says the following plugins will be installed and activated. I'm not seeing Elementor as part of the plugin here. So let's just click on back again. I think it is just for mine. It shouldn't be like this in your own case. So I'll click it again. Sometimes it's just glitch. So let's see what would happen again once I click. Where is that one again? Yeah, it's here. This is their shortcut. You know what? Let's just go with this their shortcut and see. So I'm going to click on continue, then continue. Yeah. So ideally, I think I should have gone with the shortcut, because even with the shortcut, it still added WooCommerce. See the Elementor on WooCommerce here. So please, the one that it was recommended, so just go with that one. Don't toggle the WooCommerce, because I was thinking it's not going to come with the WooCommerce plugin, because WooCommerce is like a necessity. We have to use WooCommerce for now, right? So that was the mistake initially. So just go with the recommended one. So it's going to list all the plugins that will be activated alongside it, right? So leave these ones as it is. They've recommended these ones for you, then they've recommended these plugins also. So just click on continue. Yeah, so it's saying tell us a little bit about yourself, that the person that owns this particular online store. So if you're building for maybe a Precious, or you're building for maybe a David online store, just put the person's name here. It can always be changed, right? Then for some persons, you might be having some stuff said that memory limit, storage, whatnot, right? It means you are one of those persons that you've not extended your settings in the control panel, right? Remember, in the control panel, then when we wanted to install Realbiz, we needed to go to select PHP version here. This is only for those persons that will be seeing maybe memory limits, some other stuffs in here. So if you're seeing that, just go to the select PHP version, then maybe select 8.2, so this option can come up. So once it comes up, just click on options. Then here, make sure your maximum execution time is 300. If it is 30, just add one more zero. Then here, maybe it's 60, just change it to 300. Then memory limits, you can set it to maybe 256 or 128, anyone would do. Then here also set this to 128. Then upload max file size, you can maybe set it to maybe 64, 128, whichever one you prefer. Yeah, so what this is just telling us, like for those persons that might be having that option, that text here, it's telling you that Astra might take a while to import this template, right? if your execution time in your control panel is not enough, if it is 30 seconds, it won't be enough to install this Astra. That is why some of you might have that option here. So if you're not seeing that, if you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing here, just go ahead and click on submit. But if you're seeing maximum execution time and all those stuffs, then you can just do what I just did here to extend these options. Yeah. So since we are okay with this, I'm just going to click on submit and build my website. So I'll click on this. Yeah, so all these things you're seeing here, they are new. Before, Astra just starts with this progress bar. It just reads from 1%, 2%, then sometimes it gets stuck. But now we are beginning to see, oh, even though it is on 9%, right now it is installing Elementor. After this is done, it will jump to WooCommerce. After it is done, it will jump to this one, and so on and so forth until it is done with all these plugins. Yeah, so are we still together, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Good to
this
know.
might take a while. So what I want to do is I have, because once this is done, it will just read from 9 to 100%. So because of our time, because we have a lot to cover today, instead of waiting for this to get to 100%, I have another domain that I installed Astra on that already gets to 100%. You can see the domain we are working on is ptech.com.ng. So basically what this is doing is, if your network is good, it will get to 100%. So there is one domain that it has gotten to 100%. You can see this one is danjuma.com.ng. So once it gets to 100%, I'm thinking, should we continue from here just because of our time?
Yes,
Or
please.
we'll
You
wait?
can continue with this one.
Yeah, because it's just to read the 100%. So let's just continue with this one. So as we are continuing with this one, I think I'll keep an eye on this. So once it gets to 100, I might just show us, because once it gets to 100, this is the same thing you are going to see, right? So we are just going to continue with this one. So so just let it load, please. Once it is loading, 9%, 20%, 30, 80, once it gets to 100%, you see a balloon, then congratulations, right? So it says visit your site or finish setup. So click on view your website. So I'll just click on view your website. You can see that this was the theme we selected. I mean, this was the template we selected, right? So this is how our site is looking now. You can see. So these are not our contents. We are going to be editing this page with Elementor to bring in our own content. For instance, say maybe somebody asks you to build an electronic store at something like Jumia, where people can be buying televisions, phones, and stuff like that. You can still use this theme or this template, even though this template is a cosmetics template, right? What will make this particular template an electronic store is the name, the text, the image, then the products. Yeah, so it means you can use this template for even any kind of business, you understand? Yeah, so that is what we are going to be doing. And as you can see, it says edit with Elementor already, so it means we can edit this page with Elementor. So let me go ahead and click edit with Elementor. Then please, anytime you're working with Elementor requires a strong network. So if your network is not strong, you start having safe mode and all those stuff that used to come out here, right? Elementor doesn't really thrive with slow network. Yeah. And the reason for that is it's an entire page, it's an entire website. So instead of writing the code for that website, it is Elementor that you are using to design that site. So you are doing a whole lot, on that page, right? So if the network is not strong enough, it means it might be lagging. That is why oftentimes you get this can't edit safe mode. But oftentimes, even though the network was lagging, it showed safe mode. Once the website loads, that safe mode will go away by itself, right? So this structure thing, I'll just click on X for this one. You can see.
So I have a question, sir.
Huh?
I have a question.
Okay.
Loading the Elementor could be a bit frustrating, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, after it loads, on this left-hand side where you have the widget where you can start working on, it will just be rotating and rotating and rotating.
Exactly. So
You understand?
if it is
Mm.
rotating like that, right? Just refresh the page. Just click here, then tap enter again. Because if this place is grayed out and is rotating, you can't really do anything. But even after refreshing and you're sure that you have a very strong network and here is still rotating, what you can do is that one that is, you can see once it gets to 100%, this is what you are going to see. You can see that it's the same thing as that one. So well, let's just continue with this one then. So I'm just going to click visit your website. You can see that it's the same thing. What is that sound?
I think someone wants to ask a question.
Okay. I'm getting a whole lot of JSON error here. Okay, the person wanted to ask a question. Ask your question so maybe I can take it with the other question I was asked. Or maybe the person just clicked on it by mistake. All right. So for that question, right? So once you get this page, I want to return back to WP admin. So I'm just going to click finish setup. So I want to leave, yes. I want to go back to the admin area. Why is this thing now dragging out? Sure, it was fast before. Let me move my MiFi from. All right, so let me click edit with Elementor so we can, because the question the person asked was, with the Elementor thing. So let me try and load the Elementor again. So while this is loading, is there any other question so I can tackle that together with the former one? Any other question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, when you were about installing this new theme, it brought out two page builders, Elementor and the other one, I've forgotten the name.
Block builder.
Block builder, yes. So how about that one? Is that one less, is it?
No. Block builder is a very basic builder. I'm going to show us right now. It's a very basic builder. It was the builder that several years ago some designers were using. It's very, very basic. It's not as
So
beautiful
that means
as.
Elementor is more advanced than it.
Exactly, yeah. You can do a whole lot with Elementor. So now let me kill two birds with one stone, right? So the first question, if you are the type that, here is white, it keeps rolling even though the page has loaded, refresh, right? Make sure you have a strong network. And even after having a strong network and you've refreshed, you notice it loads immediately, but here it's still grayed out. Usually Elementor would have caged that initial error. So what you do is just go to the admin, you hover on Elementor, then you hover on editor, then click on, I hope I remember where this thing is. Let me first and foremost click on settings.
I think tools.
Tools bar, because what I'm looking for is cage.
Tools is in tools. I think
Tools,
you mentioned it before.
Let me
Yes,
go
sir.
to tools. Thank you so much. You are our OGO. All right. So if you notice that thing just keeps rolling and rolling, even though you have a strong network, it means Elementor has already caged the initial error, right? So just hover on Elementor, then tools, then you click on clear files and data. So once you do that, then go back to this place and refresh. That loading thing would have stopped. So that is the first answer to that question. Now, the other question that the person asked, the block builder thing. Let me show us example of a block builder. So let me click on pages. Then let me click on, say maybe I want to create a new page. So let me click on add page. Yeah, so this is a block builder. Not this one, oh, this one here. See all this thing. You give your page a title. You can see it says type to choose a block, right? So you click on plus, then you start adding. What do you want to add? Is it image? Is it heading? You add image, then you start. You can see how rough this entire area is. So this is a block builder, right? I would not recommend anybody designing any website with a block builder for now, right? It was back then some people used to use this area. So this is the block builder, right? So always, choose other page builders. Even right now, there are some more beautiful and easier page builder. For instance, I worked on a website a few months ago. The theme I got from marketplace, it didn't come with Elementor enabled, right? It was one particular page builder, bakery, right? And I installed it and I enjoyed it, right? So it doesn't mean it's only Elementor and nothing else, right? So just keep an open mind to whenever you are using a theme, whichever builder comes with that theme, oftentimes it will be easy as long as it is not the block builder, right? So yeah, so we clicked on edit with Elementor on that page, right? So the moment you hover, a pen tool comes up, it means that thing can be edited. For instance, you want to change this website now to an electronic store, right? So I want to change this tests. So I click, you can
Mr. Shegun,
see.
good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Sorry, I want to ask you a question. No, it will not draw you back. I just want to find out. I joined late, but this theme you are using now,
Yeah.
is it from those installed package you gave us?
Ah, you there's no way I can really explain it that you get it totally, right? But let me just summarize it. No,
Okay,
we reset the
okay,
site, then we installed a
okay,
free theme, right? The theme was
okay,
Astra. So after installing it, the theme Astra came with a whole lot of packages also, which is one of this one. So I think in your own case, once you watch the video, you see all the steps you took to get to this point.
okay,
Yeah, it's not a premium theme. This is a free theme that came with some other packages. Yeah.
okay.
All right.
No
So say maybe
problems.
you want to turn this website now to an electronic store, right? You hover, it means it can be edited, right? So maybe here instead of saying a whole new look, we can say welcome to Shexy store. Let's just assume this is what you want. Then I want to believe we are using AI too to design our website. I don't mean asking AI to design your website. I mean whenever you have a website that you want to design, just open an AI tool, Cloud, ChatGPT, whichever one. Just open it. Then inside that text area, just say I am working on a website, Shexy Electronic Store. This electronic store was maybe created 2025. They are located in Abuja, Jabi. Their phone number is this, their email is this, their social handle is this. Help me generate content. I'm not asking it to build a website. Help me generate content for that website. So once it does that, right, it is those contents that you're going to be using to paste here. So instead of having to think about all these things, the reason why I don't want to open my chat GPT is I might have some, yeah, I was fast enough to close my history. So all right, so let me see. So maybe are we still together, please?
Together, sir.
Okay, so maybe
We're together.
okay, I am designing an electronic store website called Shexy Store located in Jabi, Abuja. Phone number is 0701234568789. Email is info@ptech.com.ng. Which other details do we normally? Okay, it was started in year 2025. Well, you can just funnel it with because whoever asks you to build a website will tell you about their website. So the little they tell you, just feed it here. Then I can now say help with the content for this website. So I just need the content, so I don't have to be thinking about everything I want to paste. You understand? We don't have that time. So it has given you the generic contents of that website, yeah, which is what you want. So it doesn't mean you have to use all these ones. Now let me tell you what I do again. This area, remember we said this is like maybe like a banner area or a hero section area, right? So what I'll say now is for the hero section, help with a title, a heading, subheading, and maybe a little content under it. You can see, so it says your trusted destination for quality electronics. So this is better than what I just pasted here. So I can now use that here. If it is too long, you can tweak it. So this one, or this one can even go here instead, beauty pronouns. So you click, I'm not seeing, oh, beauty pronouns is here, the title, see it here. So I'll just replace it here. It is big, yeah, we can tweak it. Please, how many minutes do we have left?
8 minutes.
How many?
8 minutes.
Eight,
Eight.
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 8. Please, once it is like 3 minutes, just let me know so I can round up and create another session.
Okay, sir.
All right, so I pasted the text, but you can see it is too big, right? Remember, you can always edit anything. You click, there are 3 panels that open up here. The first one is the content. The second one is the style. Style is where you can change the dynamic of something. So I'm going to click on style. Then typography, see typography here. So I'm going to click on this pen tool. Yeah, you can see the size. So I could just maybe work with the size here. You can either drag or you can just type the size you want. So I think I'm just going to go with something like this. Yeah. So if you want, you can even change the color. You can see the color here, but white is, always have colors at the back of your mind. White is okay with this background, right? So I don't want to change the color yet because I want to change this background, right? So I'm going to leave it for later, right? So this other content, we craft skincare, whatnot. So I want to change it also. I'm clicking. It's not showing here because I'm currently inside style, so I'm going to click on content. So see it here. So I could go back to my AI tool, then look for, I would have copied this one, but this is looking like the about content. Yeah, I think I prefer this one. So I'll copy this, I'll go here, I'll highlight everything here, Control A here, then I'll paste it here. Yeah, so this is better. So this one says view more, right? So ideally, once they click on view more, it should take them to, maybe there's a page called shop, right? So I could click on this button also, this pen tool. You can see the link is empty. So Elementor has this new feature where I want to remove this hash. If you have, by default, as you've imported this template, right, it imported some pages with it. What I mean is, if I go to pages now, you can see about page, cards page. I was not the one that created these pages. You can see it came with a shop page where all the products are going to, right? So it means inside any link in the Elementor, I should be able to type the name of a page, then Elementor will suggest that page for me. What I mean is, let me type shop here, then you let it load, right? Even if you type sh, just let it load. You can see the options of the pages that you have on your website that looks like this. If I type about, just let it load, you can see. So I don't want this button to lead to about, I want it to lead to the shop page. So once it loads, I'll just click on this. Oh, there is a shop 2. Let me remove it. I don't want shop 2. It means there are more than one shop page. Let me try this second one. Yeah, so this second one says your domain /shop. So it means anybody that clicks on this, I want them to go to that page. How many minutes? Oh, I said you should remind me once it is like 3 minutes.
It's 4 minutes. It's 4 now.
Okay. All right, so it means this is where I want that thing to go. But if you don't want it to go to shop, any page that you want that thing to go to, just create a page. If you don't have it yet, then you start typing it there to go there, right? So if you want to design the button also, you just to click on style. Then this is the normal way the button is, right? Then there's another period that says hover. It means once you're hovering, what do you want to happen, right? It means as I'm hovering now, you can see
It
that
is 3 minutes. Oh.
it is 3 minutes. Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do, right? Let me leave it as normal, then I'm going to publish, right? Remember, as you're designing, always publish, please. It is very important. So I'm going to click on publish. All right, so it is published. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this session right now. Then please, we are like 15 now in the group. Immediately I paste the new link in the group. Please, let's quickly join. Today is a Saturday, so we can there's no Premier League today, right? And there's no World Cup in the afternoon. So but please, there are some of us that have some other stuff to do, so let's quickly join so we can start on time and finish on time. So give me like less than a minute. I'm going to create another link and paste in the group. Then you click on the new link to join, then we can continue from where we are stopping, right? Because we still have a lot. I'm not going to design the entire page for you because it's something you're familiar with already, editing with Elementor, right? So once we come back, I'm just going to show us a few tweaks in the Elementor page. Then we are going to go to the payment, how to set up a payment, and yeah, then we'll conclude, right? It's still a lot because we're going to create an account on maybe Paystack or InterSwitch or whatnot. Yeah. So please just give me like a minute in the group, then you click on the new link I paste. Okay, so see you guys in the next session.